Daily Broadside, day 9/11. I should have waited about 6-7 more days and done this on 9/11, because when will that happen again? So get this, right? So I was telling this girl last night, I was talking to her. I said, hey, as happenstance would happen, I killed 2 wasps today, both walking on a sidewalk whence they met their demise, and both at completely different cities. And she's like, why'd you do that? I'm like, because they're wasps, that's why. They're a-holes. Nobody needs them. And she said, well, they pollinate. And I'm like, I don't think they do. They're not. I don't kill any kind of bee. I'll let bees land on me. I think bees are awesome. Honey bees and carpenter bees, however, a different story. And she said, yeah, I think they pollinate. I'm like, if they pollinate, it ain't on purpose. You know what I mean? It's an accidental pollination, an AP as they call it in the what's insect? I got apothecary in my head, but I got rumination. I'm not even coming up close to the right word. But anyway, so we got in this debate about whether all animals were beneficial. So I went to AI and I said, is there any animal on Earth that's not beneficial to something? And she was like, she, he, whatever it is. They need a new pronoun for AI, just some kind of like, whatever. And it said all animals are in some shape, form, or whatever. And I started with yellow jackets. And I'm like, I don't know why they would be any good. And of course, they pollinate, but again, they accidentally pollinate. And they and here's the thing, they kill other things like flies and it wasn't mosquitoes, it was something else. And I'm like, I'd rather have a fly than a yellow jacket's nest around, because there's only one fly typically, but you can have a swarm of them yellow jackets. They'll make you have a bad day. If you've ever mowed over some yellow jackets, it's just a grand time. And then it brought up ticks. Even ticks are beneficial because they cause disease in animal to help control the population. And I'm like, I don't buy that at all. And she's like, why? I'm like, because I don't need ticks to exist to kill a cow, okay? We don't need less cows. We need more cows. We need more meat, and all this stuff. And she's like, well, if they kill and I'm like, and plus, that's got to be a miserable way for the cow to die, to have Lyme disease. I would rather a cow to just like drop over dead in its sleep. I mean, it's had a rough life. You have to stand all day. You have to ruminate 24/7. I mean, could you imagine eating all day while you're up? I mean, some people out there can, but I'm just saying, like, cows never stop eating. It's weird. Like, if y'all would just lose a little weight, you wouldn't have to eat completely the whole, 14 hours you're awake today. You could knock it down to like 9.5 or something. But like, I was like, no, there's no purpose for ticks. All right, and how many is one tick? I mean, I know there's trillions of ticks out there, but like, how many of these ticks are killing how many animals every year? We'd have a surplus of cows. I'm like, no, we wouldn't. And if we did, that'd be great. We have a thing called freezers. And then I said, hey, while I got you on this subject, I said, let me ask you this. And this was like, this would have been, what is today? Today's Friday. This was yesterday, and it was a week ago, right? I said, hey, is it safe to eat pork steaks that I cooked a few days ago? And she's like, what do you mean a few days ago? I'm like, 1 week. She's like, no. And I'm like, why? I said, they've been in a container, an airtight container. They were cooked, because I've gotten into pork steaks, man. With your eyes closed, you can't even tell. It's like not just cheap steak. You can get one for like $2.50. It's insane. When you get like a thin ribeye for like $8.70, I'm like, this is dumb. And they're very good, but I cooked too many, and I didn't get around to eating it. And so I was like, I wonder if that's good to go. And she's like, no, 4 days. And I'm like, what's that? She's like, that's the meat rule. I'm like, the meat rule? What the hell's the meat rule? What are you talking about? And she's like, that's the meat rule. Anything past 4 days, you don't eat it. And I'm like, you women always just making up food rules. Ain't nobody ever told me nothing about no meat rule. And she's like, and then she throws out fish and family 3 days. And I'm like, whoa, what is that? And she's like, that's the fish and family rule. I'm like, what the hell are you talking? What kind of Julia Child, the joy of cooking crap have you been reading that they didn't give the boys in school? Sticks and stones. No, not sticks and stones. snakes and paddles and all that splatters. Well, what's the thing? Sugar and spice and everything nice. And then we get like snippets and tails and dogs, serpent tails, and I don't know what it is, but we're made of everything that's bad. But you know, I don't think that was a good message to send the boys when you're a kid. But and she says, yeah, 3 days for fish and family. That's as long as they can stay. And I'm like, well, I love my family. I don't want them to go in 3 days. I mean, you know, and then I was like, well, maybe a couple of them, you know, and I don't have a huge family anymore, but yeah, a couple of them would have to go after 3 days. So I get that, but the fish thing. And then I was like, who the hell's got fish leftovers? No, I've never had fish leftovers in my entire life, absent like, I did make some shrimp fettuccines, like, or not fettuccine, but shrimp linguine in a nice white wine sauce. It was very good, but I made a lot of it, and so I had leftovers the next day. But that was just like some shrimp. But like I've never made like salmon or something where like, ooh, salmon's leftover. No, because I could eat my weight in salmon and it's gone as soon as it's made. There's no such thing as fish leftovers. There might be a few shrimp leftovers, but like if you make scallops, I don't know why you would, but lobster, stupid fish, stupid crustacean, stupid mollusk. I think it's a mollusk, not a crustacean. It's not a crustacean, it's a mollusk maybe. It's some kind of invertebrate mollusk or whatever. If you make that, you're eating every bit of it. There's no, I would say, that I would venture out this, that if somebody out there likes scallops, now obviously somebody doesn't like scallops, it's not going to ring true, but if you like scallops, there is no one in this country that has ever had leftover scallops. Because when you eat, I mean, I could make 11 pounds of scallops and I would eat 12 pounds of scallops. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how good scallops are. And I've said it before. Lobster, for some reason, costs like $87 an ounce. It's like Moet, is it Moet or Moet? Moet, what's that expensive champagne that all the rappers get? Cristal or what? No, it's not Cristal. It's what's it called? You know what I'm talking about. Dom Perignon. It's not spelled right, but Dom Perignon. You know, it's that and caviar mixed together and that's what lobster is made of. But like, what was I saying? Oh, lobster's so expensive, and scallops, although pricier. This lady at the bus stop is crazy. Every day she's out here with a flashlight, just shining it around, waiting on the bus. There's something a little off with her. Anyway, and she's out there singing, just a little light show, you know. But like, scallops should be $87 an ounce because they're that good. Lobster, it's just a rubbery, I don't care how, the best I've ever had lobster. Like, they tried, and Mama tried, and it just didn't work out. All I'm saying, I don't know what I'm saying. I just got a lot to talk about food today. This is not what I intended on saying, but here we are. Y'all have a great, what is here, thick as pea soup. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Later.